Hey, welcome. All my right, thanks. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. I'm just doing my thing, what I do. Appreciate you tuning in. So let's get this thing started. Right as a 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. I also give them from the book. We're in the book now. I'm teaching. I'm doing what I do. Enlightening you. Let's go. You tuning in? Appreciate you. Let's go. Right Thing's mission, and that's what I'm on. Got something for you. Is to enlighten. That's my goal. Inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment with knowledge of self and any other means I could, like Malcolm, by any means necessary. I want you to know thyself. Right Thing is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. There's some things you need to do to make that happen. That's what I'm doing. I do to help you with that. Knowing thyself is the goal of all right thinkers, but it's my mission to make that happen for you. That's why I'm here to do that for you. Know thyself. Question: do you know you? A lot of us think we do. And for those who don't, stay tuned. I can help you with that. That's what I'm doing now. Giving lessons on knowing thyself by the book. Okay. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do. That I do for you. You want to know about right thinking? That's where you need to be. I got you. Appreciate you too. A person who knows not and believe that they know, religious. Avoid them. They're dangerous. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I can wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinking, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I'm in the book. See if you know this guy. He's known as the Embalmer. And that body he's embalming is his father. But the concept goes is we're gonna talk about the god Anpu. Apuat, or more famously known as Anubis from the Greeks. But here I'm gonna refer to him as Anpu. Okay, so you need to know who he is, all right? And this is an important part of your character that you really need to master. Okay, he represents discernment, the god of discernment. That's Anpu. He's the son of Asar, and that the bastard son. He's also Haru's big brother. Remember the cartoon Speed Racer? And Racer X, who's always making sure Speed was all right. I would see Anpu with that character, so I know that's where they got the idea from. So just a little tidbit about that. Let's go. Yeah, I'm a cartoon buff. All right, I got an animated mind. On the preview page, I just showed you with the god Anpu, aka the Embalmer. That's from the tomb of Senetan Thebes, 14 BCE. Okay, that's how long ago that was. Long time. God Anpu or Anpuat. Anpu is the son of Asar and Nephet. He is the embalmer, the deceased of the deceased, the spiritual aspirant, and he symbolizes the guide of to the initiate what? And the trained intellect of the aspirant who is dead to the wisdom of divine reality and hopes to be what? Resurrected to what? To discover divine reality. This implies what? The ability to discipline one's mind. Spiritual discipline is what you need to practice. And that when you get good at that, self-mastery ain't far away. Why? Because when you body so that you are not you have the ability to discipline one's mind and body so as to what? Not get caught up in the illusions or emotions of the mind in the physical world. Remember, Anpu represents disciplined mind and a supplemented instinct. He's going to do the right thing. He's not going to deviate. Okay, he's the epitome of I'm gonna do my job. I had a cousin, my man Buzzy. He was a police officer, and what I knew about him, if his mother committed a crime, he's gonna lock her up. He's the epitome of doing his job. So when you got people dedicated to their cause, let them do that. You should be that with yourself. That's where it starts. So watch this. When the mind and its wave-like thoughts, vibrations are under control, the way is open to spiritual realization in an atmosphere of what? Peace and harmony. That's when the heart and mind working together, you're good. But your discernment will be able to recognize the nonsense that's going to be coming at you. Okay? This peace, watch this, and harmony do not necessarily imply an outer situation of calm. It does imply a inner peace, which comes from what? Understanding the implications of the wisdom teachings. I try to break it down so that you understand what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm not telling you something that you ain't gonna understand. Well, he's speaking above my head. He's speaking parables just like Jesus. No, I'm gonna break it down for you, make it real simple. That's my goal. And Anpu represents what? The dawn, which darkness turns into light. Right before light comes, right before dawn leaves, right before the sun. That's what Anpu represents. What? He watches over the balancing scales in the halls of judgment of the Per M Haru with extreme diligence. He's going to make sure you get a fair shot. He makes sure the scales are balanced. He's the one that makes sure, no, don't worry about that. You ain't got to worry about being cheated. That's your discernment. That's Anpu. That's what he represents. And he's diligent. Just like I'm diligent to getting my lessons out to you. That's my Anpu-ness in me, my discernment to do what I think is best all the time. Watch this. And in the aspect of Apuat, he is what? The opener of the ways who leads the souls to what? Sekher, Yaru. In Greek, that's the illusion field, aka the great oasis or heaven. We call it the duat, the afterlife. Okay, so therefore, his great quality of discriminative knowledge. You need to have discriminative knowledge to decide friend, foe, right, wrong, true, false. Then you won't fall for the well-dressed lie, aka these religions. Now, with discernitive knowledge, it allows the aspirant, to what? To diligently watch the mind in order to promote what? Right thoughts. Oh, that's the other one. I got right thinking. I got that corner, right thinking and right thoughts, because you need that to master yourself. So you need to understand these things of yourself, which are what? Which are divinely inspired. Shemsu Haru, the followers of Haru. I'm a follower of Haru. We're right thinkers. We are Shemsu Harus. We follow the concept of Haru. Why? That's who we want to be. Instead of those, watch this, we are Shimsu, followers of Haru, instead of those which are egoistic, Satanian, and tending toward nature and its perils of life, death, pain and pleasure, suffering, etc. That's what the ignorant of your higher self goes through cycle. And as you wake up and get discriminative knowledge and understand thyself and do better, you're going to end up recycling. Okay, now Anpu is what? Anpu, as the son of Netet and the Sar, is therefore a combination, watch this, of gross nature with the physical world and the spirit of Asar. He's a good person. Why? He got the spirit. His father is Asar. His mother is nature. He's got discernment. That's his quality that he represents. Watch this. Now, it is Anpu who lead Asar to what? To divine abode. It was said that he was king of the dead until Asar came down and he gave up his throne to the father. Who wouldn't? Okay, so he relinquished the power that he had and gave it to the father. Haru came down and blessed him, so he got double blessing, but that's the concept. Okay, watch this. He leads you to abode to the abode, and it is he who leads the soul to the abode of who? The Supreme Being. He takes you to Asar, his father. Sound familiar? He does it in the underworld. Haru does it up there. So coming and going, his two sons, which he had two of them, going to bring you to him. Okay, symbolically. That's how it's represented. The Supreme Being, and this is in the Pert Haru, by what? Consistently urging them to what? Awaken from the dream of the world process and its illusions. Wake up, meaning realize this is all illusionary. Thus, in this aspect, watch this, Anpu should be considered, watch this, as the original angel of death. Because he took you through the underworld. To make a difference to him, I'm taking to my father. That's where you're pointing around. That's where you're going. If you made it there, he got you there. If not, you got eaten by Ahmet. So that's how it went. Watch this. Now you see Apu sitting on top of the chest of the ark containing the inner parts of Asar. They would keep 4 jars, copper jars, the intestines, the stomach, the lung, and the liver. The 4 sons of Haru watched over them. That's another lesson. I gotta get that one. I like that one. Okay. But they take care of Asar, and they watch over his body from that position. And they are found, watch this, the inner parts of Asar, which are found at the entrance or the purification area in the what? The burial chamber, the chest or the ark of the initiate. In the Pert M. Haru, it is stated, watch this, that Apu appointed 7 spirits. Here we go at that 7. The followers of the Lord Sepa, S-E-P-A, to be what? The protectors of who? Asar's dead body. Sepa is the name of the chief, excuse me, of the 7 spirits who guarded Asar. A lot of people don't know that. But watch this. And the 7 is the number of what? Sound familiar? The 7 spiritual energy centers in the subtle spiritual body, aka the Kundalini serpent power. Okay, the Kundalini, aka chakras. Remember them? That's the 7. In ancient Egyptians, they used it. Watch this. These are also 7 cows that Asar sight in creation, which served Asar when he was in the bull form. You see all of them with a tail that represents the bull that was doing what? The Taurus, the age of Taurus. That's when this was coming around. Zodiac, always in play. So developing the discriminative mind allows what? Control over what? Your 7 principles, the chakras. You got to rise in Kundalini to reach the top to become enlightened. That's the key. Watch this. The 7 energy consciousness centers. Anpu is an aspect of who? Haru. And Haru is what? The higher self. Therefore, the true enlightener of the self is who? The self. In this manner, it is your innermost self who is enlightening you through what? Your desires to what? Practice spiritual discipline. Couldn't care less about spiritual discipline. Didn't have a clue. Big difference in your life and how it's going to be lived. Watch this. One more important teaching related to Anpu is that he represents what? Instinct. Cultivated by what? Reason and logic. As a canine, the dog, he represents what? The basic character of what? Mind, which revolves around instinctual needs and desires. Instinct is the level of the mind that most people sink to whenever there is what? Some provocation in life, situations, a crisis, or some stress, adversity. At those times, what? The mental process searches and acts in what? Accordance with the common denominators, such as the situation, watch this, is this friend or foe, fight or flight. That's instinctive. Animals have that. You got to rise above that. And Anubis is good at that. Watch this. Or you're against me. Are you against me? Friend or foe? Are you with me? Am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Is this food or is it garbage? You got to have the instinct and the know-withal, the wherewithal to make the distinction like that. Do I like this or do I not like this, etc. So those who profess dogmatic teachings, here you go, listen to this, Christians and all you people who follow religion. Those who profess dogmatic teachings and repetitious slogans that incite what? The primal urges of the human mind, such as hunger, survival, danger, etc., is easily manipulated by this kind of mind. So, such a person may be easily convinced to what? Fight a war if they are told to go, and that someone is their enemy and planning to attack them. That person will what? Follow along without exercising what? Critical thinking, discriminative knowledge, using is this right or wrong. When you don't do that, watch this, they don't exercise critical thinking or questioning the act that they are being asked to take. Anpu represents what? The victory over such a lower state of mind. I'm not doing certain things. I was on pool a long time ago on the street, but I was doing certain things I just wasn't going to do, even in that state. So I had that quality of mind. This is the triumph, watch this, of the discriminative intellect that can what? Instantly know truth from untruth. When I'm out on the block, when I see you coming, depending on how your swag, depending on how everything, all that I'm watching, I'm observing. Why? I need to have my discriminatory nature quick as a whip. Why? So I don't do the wrong thing. So I'm too undercover. I'm doing something wrong. I need to know if you're with me or against me. Because this is all Anubis. This is all, excuse me, Anpu. I'm used to saying it myself. But this is all discriminative knowledge that you have to be sharp. The task of every follower of African right thinking philosophy, religion, is to what? Develop such an intellect without which there can be no true spiritual evolution. You can't grow if your intellect ain't sharp. If your discriminative nature ain't sharp, you can't grow. Why? People gonna jerk you around. You're gonna be had. You're gonna be bamboozled. You're gonna be, preyed upon, used, played, whatever. Last part, I'm about to wrap it up. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let me do this right quick. Now, the struggle between, here we go, I call it the holy war. Watch. The struggle between Haru and Set happens inside you. Remember, I showed you the picture with Set, Haru, Set. Set is the appendage. He's not the main thing. Haru is connected. Set is the appendage. You need to understand that. I have the picture somewhere at that time right now, but that's I need to get this PowerPoint thing going so I can show you a whole bunch of stuff. But use your imagination. Let's go. Wrapping it up. The struggle between Haru and Set is what? The struggle of every human being to what? Control the mind, which is what? Erratic with what? Desires, longings, unfulfilled expectation, and more important, it leads to disappointments, aka fettered life. This struggle is not avoidable. This struggle between good and evil is not avoidable in all of us. We have to take on that fight. David and Goliath. Set is Goliath. You got to defeat him. You got to slay him. Okay, watch this. This struggle is not avoidable by anyone who is not enlightened. You have to do that to get to the next level. Some people succumb under the weight of the lower self. They just can't. They just can't stop. Side chicks, drugs, gambling, whatever addiction that got you. That's not being able to rise above your own self. You fetish driven. Watch this. In your lower self is what? It's desires for fulfillment. This is a pathetic That's a pathetic condition in which those people have allowed to develop due to what? Their own indulgence in the sensual desires of what? The flesh, the body, the carnal parts. They tell you that all the time. I see it in the Bible. I know that. But we had it ancient times too. So I keep telling you that's nothing new. I can give you that too. And also due to what? Their ignorance of their true divine nature, aka the higher self, which is buried deep where? Within them. It ain't out here, it's in here. And if you don't dig deep, put the scuba gear on and go down deep inside yourself, you ain't gonna find it. Ali found it. George found it. I found it. Watch this. And if it's very deep within you, under the weight of what? Your egoistic thoughts and your unconscious ignorance, your feelings and desires, and that's what runs the ignorant person. The enlightened person rise above that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I got more for you, but that's the end of this lesson. I don't want to take up most of your time. I hope you enjoyed learning about Anpu, your discernment. Hope you're better for it.